Alright, so we have both the kids in baseball right now, and it is just starting. The younger one is doing t-ball, the older one's doing coach pitch, and that means games and practices, of course, are not at the same time or on the same day. So the older one has practice Tuesdays and Thursdays at dinner time. And then the younger one has practice on Wednesdays at dinner time. And from soccer practice being around dinner time last year, and now baseball practice being at dinner time, I thought, why would you have practice at dinner time? Well, then I thought about it. And I thought, well, maybe because most people have a 9-to-5 job. We don't. So we gotta make do. And I am not going out to eat 3 days a week. Not happening. So, because it's raining outside, we don't know how long it's going to keep up. So we're not exactly sure if practice will be ongoing today or not. But just in case, I'm going to be making up a bunch of snacks and kind of meal prep for me, so that way I can resist the urges of fast food while we're out, because there's a fast food place like right next to the baseball field where they practice. So the first thing I'm going to start getting ready is fruit leathers. Now this is what we have left from our fruit leathers last year, and I made a bunch of applesauce. I have 4 half pints left and 4 full pints left of applesauce. Well, guess what? Me and the little boy are the only ones that like applesauce. So it doesn't get eaten up very quick unless I use it in my baking. So we're going to use this and make some more fruit leather. I'm also going to do granola, and I'll show you how I do those. Right, so I've got the applesauce ready to go in the dehydrator, and my dehydrator is an Excalibur. It's only got 4 shelves. It was on sale for $100, and I thought, awesome. So I picked it up, and the drawers just have the regular mesh, and I know you can get fruit leather inserts that are washable, but I have to order those online, and I don't like ordering stuff online. Like, I'm comfortable doing books online, but I like to keep the online purchases down to next to none. So I always have wax paper, so I just lay wax paper out, and I use a spoon to spread it out, and try to get the thickness even all the way across. So these are full. This one and this one. And so this one's going to go in. I've got the temperature set. I'll close it up and we'll get this going. And we'll move on to granola. Okay, so now we're doing granola bars. So I have 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. I have 3/4 of a teaspoon cinnamon. And 3 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon salt. That's this dry mixture. So next, I'm going to mix in, let's see, 2 eggs. Not mixed in with the dry mixture yet. So together I'm going to combine the 2 eggs, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So I'll do that real quick. I've combined the wet mixture with the dry mixture just until it's well saturated and I know that everything is combined well. I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of dehydrated apples. This is all we have left from our apples last year. So I'm going to add this and a 1/3 cup of walnuts. Then I'm going to mix that up, put it in a greased pan, and get it in the oven at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. And when it's all done, I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, now that the kids' snacks are done and out of the way, I'm going to prep up a little dinner for me. For tonight, we're just doing spaghetti for the kids. That doesn't take long, so I'm not going to bother prepping that. But I have leftovers in the fridge that need to get used up. And I kind of accidentally stumbled across this when I said, we got to use up these leftovers, let's make something. So I made a turkey loaf. I'm really the only person in the family that cares for meatloaf of any kind. So it's just a montage of stuff, and I'll walk you through it. I mean, you could alter it however you'd like, but I can make a good sized portion ahead of time, put it into individual servings, and then save it for next week when we gotta run the kids to baseball. So let's get going. So I'm going to make some meatloaf. This is going to be a small batch because I am going to use some of this for the kids' dinner tonight. So I'm going to take about half to make a meatloaf with. I'm going to mix it up with some leftover black beans, the last of our mango salsa, and an egg. Now, especially because it's turkey, I need the egg to hold all of this together. Turkey and lean meat does not seem to hold together very well through the cooking process if there isn't something to glue it all together. So I'll get this mixed up. Now, last time I did this, instead of black beans, I used rice. And then you top it off with a little bit of avocado and sour cream. And this is what you get. So I decided to top this one with a little bit of teriyaki sauce. And then it goes in the oven at 350 for about a little over half hour. I'm going to have to eyeball this one because it's not a full pound of meat. So we'll play it by ear.